Hi, my name is Sally Bernard, an artist, author, and spiritual experiencer. Welcome to Call Me Zena, a true story into the spiritual realms. Join me as I sit and discuss the journey of self-discovery and awakening with the help of my spirit guides. It's time to trust your intuition. This is your inner knowings. Through questions and points of conversation, I can help others feel empowered. With the ability to touch people's past lives, I help others connect and not feel alone. Sit with me and call in live, 888-994-4995. Hi, good afternoon, everybody. It's Monday at 2:30. Please call in with any questions. I'm going to open up my show to the audience here right now. I have a very good friend of mine, Margaret, who you've probably seen on a few shows, who's sitting in the audience. Hello, Margaret. I've known you 30-something years, right? Beautiful. Have you got your mic in your hand? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I open it up to anybody in the studio, and your phone calls are more than welcome. Please ask me any questions. I realize, and I'm just reflecting on a lot of things. It's amazing how I don't often talk about the fact that I'm in a trance, but I am, and it seems like as soon as I say something, and as soon as I come on the air, I feel this feeling that my guides from above or wherever they are with me right now. And you can attest to that, Margaret, because I don't talk about it all the time, but I feel it very strongly right now. So I'm open to any questions. Anybody in the audience or anyone that wants to call in.
I would like to ask you something.
Sure.
I would like to ask something.
Can you talk up a little bit louder?
I don't know is this switched on? I don't know for sure. This has happened for many, many years, but I've never, ever thought of anything till recently. In my kitchen, I have the wooden paneling, right, where I have things standing on top. And I would say every day, all of a sudden, you would hear this sound, which sounded like, you know, when you just had something done and you say, oh, it's just settling. And it's from this wooden paneling that I get this noise. And I've been just saying to it, hi, Al, it's you.
Okay,
is that possible?
Yes, it absolutely is. And you know, you often say that you have been around me a long time, and anybody that's around me seems to get this a little bit. Is it a certain time of the day? Is it always at the same time?
I can't say it's at the certain time.
Okay.
But it's loud.
Okay. I want to tell you this, and I know that you followed me for many years, Margaret. It is Al, your husband that passed away. He's totally with you, and he knows, and he's very aware that you're asking me this question. I'm getting my goosebumps, as I usually get.
I have too.
Okay, so just know that he's with you. Okay, I know we don't often talk we talk, but we don't often discuss what we're talking about now, right. And I'm glad that you brought that up on the show, although you've had a lot of validation, which we have in the past. He's with you, and he's trying to let you know that he's there, and he's very glad, I feel, that you asked me this question to validate the fact that he is there, and I'm able to tell you that, okay? Well, he never left you, Margaret.
I thank you,
Sally.
It's
been many
and it's
years.
Just recently that I thought maybe it's him.
It is.
You know.
From everything that I know and for what I feel, and you're getting goosebumps and so am I, it's him letting you know that he's around you. And I know that, we don't discuss it that often, but you mentioned something about seeing flowers when you're maybe half awake or whatever it is.
Yes.
But I also want to validate that for you too. The flowers are real. He's showing you flowers. You loved gardening, and I've given you messages from him on that too. So he's here showing you the flowers.
And when I come in from from outside, my eyes don't seem to regulate immediately. And if I've been in the garden doing something, when I walk through the door, that vision is in front of me, you know, part of the garden I was working at.
This is not coincidental. You are seeing that. He's helping you. He's not the only person around you, but he was your husband for many years, and he's watching. He's listening and he's watching you. What I want to tell you is that what you're seeing from the other side, what he's showing you is real. Talk to him, Margaret. I know you do. And he's getting fed up with you telling him off. Okay?
I know.
If you can relate to that, would you stop that? He wasn't able to stay here any longer. He's been gone a long time. Please tell him it's okay that he left, because he's getting very concerned about this.
Well,
okay, if that makes sense to you.
I thought about it too when I've been walking around the house.
Okay, so now just talk to
him
and thank him for being around you. He's here helping you. He knows what you're going through. We all have things that we're going through, but he's with you. He never left you, okay? So I'm happy to be able to give you that message.
All
okay,
right,
I'm
Sally,
going to open
thank
it up to anybody else that's in the studio or any phone calls.
What's up, Sally?
Hi,
How's
Josh.
it going?
It's going good. How about you?
Pretty good. Pretty
Good.
I know I can't like specifically ask who my spirit guide is, but can you tell me if there's anything I can look out for, certain colors, certain, if I should listen to a female voice or a male voice or anything?
I'm getting a name, Felipe. Felipe. It's more Spanish, I think I'm feeling. Okay, so there is a Felipe around you. I may be mispronouncing it slightly, the Spanish version of that. He's correcting me a little bit. He's around you right now. It may be someone, I'm feeling that it might have been someone that you knew. However, it might not have been from this lifetime, Josh, and I know you follow me as far as that goes.
Yes.
There is someone who is Spanish. Actually, he's correcting me. I'm not pronouncing his name correctly, but it's very Philippe. He's definitely with you right now. He's guiding you. He can relate to some of the things that you're going through from another lifetime. You were actually together in a lifetime, and I believe it was Spain. But without going into all the details on this, and he's going, there's no need to discuss the details. Just give him my name and tell him to talk to me when he wants something. He went through a similar situation that you're going through right now. Does that make sense to you a little bit? But just remember the name. That's what's important.
Okay.
I'm not pronouncing it correctly, completely, but I'm not Spanish. So.
Okay. No. That gives me a little clue, because I can now just go home, meditate, and try to look for
Please.
that. You know?
And I think you will get some answers. The way that I do, because my guide, Aldo, is with me on the other side, I go into the internet with something. He'll tell me, and he knows that. So when you go into the internet and you're looking something on Google or wherever, punch in his name, and I think you'll relate to something that you're going to see there. He's telling me to tell you that.
Okay.
Okay?
Awesome. And then, so I don't want to say, can we trust the internet? Is the internet good then?
No, but you can Google.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean,
that's what I
we
meant
have.
to say. He's saying Google.
Okay.
Just Google.
Just do research.
Yeah, do a little research on Philippe. I'm going back into a lifetime from the 18th century in Spain, okay? And when you read, and the name will come up, I can absolutely assure you that this name will come up. Read it and look at it as if this was you when this was happening, if that makes sense. And come back to me on that and let me know, okay?
All right, thank you, Sally.
Okay. Anybody else in the studio?
I have a question. All of a sudden, like the last month, I've been seeing billions of these little tiny butterflies. I know butterflies mean somebody's around you, but these are little ones with all colors around my house. And it's so weird. You know, it seems like I don't know who's around.
Sandy, they're trying to show you it's a new beginning for you. Something is going to change within your life. Okay, a butterfly is from a cocoon, from a butterfly, from a caterpillar to a butterfly. They're showing you that you are going in the right direction, but something is going to change for you that's going to be very forefront in your life from here on in. They're trying to give you a message to look out for something, okay? Something that you're maybe wanting to do and you haven't done it yet, but whatever you decide, and that's up to you, but I feel it's something, I feel that it's something to do with what you were doing prior to this, that you've just left, a profession. It's opening up for you. I know you had mentioned that you, and again, I don't always like to know, but I do need to tell you that I think it's something to do with the tarot cards. But that's up to you to pursue it. I don't know, but you'll see
I've been thinking about writing. and I'm very interested in that, and I think I'm good at it, and maybe something to do with that. I don't know.
Well, I think it's a combination. I think it's also something to do with the tarot cards too. But you know what? I don't read the tarot cards, but ask the question through the tarot cards, and it could be your
I
writing.
read them psychically. I don't read them exactly the way they are.
That's okay,
what
but you
brings out my
can
psychic
do
flow.
it for yourself too. Okay,
Yeah.
just know that you can do it, and the question that you ask, you will get the answers.
I think it's.
I know what it
bad
is.
luck to do it to yourself.
I know what it is. You can ask the tarot cards your question, and you will get your answer. That's the message I'm getting about the tarot
Okay.
cards. Okay, if that makes sense to you. I always say that because that's one of my guys coming through that always says
Okay.
that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Sally,
Yes.
Freddie, you actually answered the question I had about the concert on Friday.
Okay.
And you were 110% correct. And I use 110% because not only did we sell out, but it went way above the sellout capacity of the venue, where we had to turn people away. So our next venue now is going to be August 10th, which is a different type of venue. You're going to be part of it because of the artists involved. So my question to you is, do I go all in on that venue like I did on the last venue, and how's it going to end up?
Yes, and I'm going to, again, I don't always remember what I'm talking about until I listen to the show and the recordings. But as far as the question that you're asking me, Freddie, go all into it, because you have the power to be able to do this, but you have to put your heart and soul into it as you did. Do the same thing, okay? It's going to work for you. It's going to be great. Whatever you're doing right now, and I need to tell you this, please believe in yourself. I know you do, but everything is aligned for you to be doing what you're doing. So nothing is a mistake. If you go into doing something as you're doing on August the 10th, it's going to work for you. The only obstacle that you will come about is your self-doubt. Do not doubt yourself. This is so important for me to tell you this. I won't remember after the show until I listen to the recording. Please don't doubt yourself. You are on what they would call a roll right now, and everything from here on in, as long as you feel it, it's going to work for you, Freddie. Please understand that. It's really important. That I have about 3 people from my channeling right now that are telling me to tell you that. Okay? It's going to be good from here on in, as long as you know that.
It's not even the fear of self-doubt. My biggest fear is that I want to include all of the producers on this show. And I'm hoping that they understand collectively just how vital these next particular shows are.
I think they do, Freddie. By you portraying that, they're understanding that, okay? It's really important. They are following this. It's very important because it's a collective that's here with you and the people that are working with you here. Combined, that energy is working for you. But you are like, let's say, in the forefront of all this. So if you give them the advice that they need, you're giving them good advice, they will follow that. And you will come as a team, all of you, but you, let's say, are the team leader. It's going to work. But if there's something there that's an obstacle in the way, you need to know that to overcome that. But I can't see anything right now.
Excellent. And also, new venues came in today who have seen what we are trying to accomplish. They've seen your show. They've seen a lot of shows like yours. A whole new perspective came in today, and I'm waiting for another one. They just called me. My question to you is, new venues, the summer is going to stop and the fall is going to start. That's when our season begins. Do you see a positive light coming?
Absolutely, I do. And I'm sitting here part of that because I've been doing this show for a long time, Freddie. I believe in you. I believe in the cafe. I believe in both you and Dawn, both of you, and you know that, and I've proven that to you. You know that. You are going to succeed beyond what you're even thinking. Just keep that positivity in mind because, people say the stars are aligned, but I feel that. I feel that so strongly. This year and next year are going to be very important to you, but you are going to succeed. And I know it sounds ridiculous, beyond your wildest dreams, but I have to tell you that. That's what I'm feeling. It's all good. It's good. And I know you believe in what you're doing, but keep believing that, because you're on the right track. I've told you that before. You know that. Excuse me.
Sally, my daughter's moving to Washington next week. Is there something that she should know to help her have a more easy move?
Well, everything that you tell her is she's going to be fine. She's a little bit hesitant. It's not that she knows she's making the right move, Dawn, and you know that. But she does need your support, more than she's telling you, actually. Just keep telling her she's doing the right thing. It's a new beginning for her, and she's going to be just fine, but she needs your support behind her all the time. She may not tell you that, but it's very welcome. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely.
Good.
And my mom is having some medical issues.
Okay.
Any suggestions on how I can give her some more confidence to get out and do things?
Yes, again, you're kind of, the responsibility is falling upon you, Dawn, but you're going to be okay. You have to give your mother strength too, okay? This is very important. She needs to talk to you about certain things. Do not turn her away. And I'm not criticizing, and I don't know what you're doing. However, I'm hearing, listen to her. It's very, very important right now for her to hear you and for you to be able to give her the advice that she needs to hear, okay? It's important, very important. And you're able to do that, but you feel like there's a lot of responsibility here, and I understand that completely. But you can handle it. You're fine. You can handle it. Does that make sense?
Yes. Does it make sense to you when you came in and felt what you felt today?
Yes, absolutely. The first thing I said to you, you have a lot on your mind. Absolutely, Dawn. I was meant to say that, but that's not a negative. It's okay. I just felt it, okay?
So how can I help my mom?
By listening to her. By listening to her. And if she wants something or she wants to tell you something, listen to her. This is really, really important right now. She wants to talk to you. She wants to talk to you about certain things. It may be even a little difficult for you to do this, but continue to listen to her. That's what's important. And I'm going to have a coughing fit right now. My goodness me. Okay? So hear my words. When something might become a bit awkward or you go, I don't want to discuss it in your mind, you're not going to tell her that. But listen to her. Even if you don't even offer the advice, listen to her. I'm hearing that very strongly.
Okay.
Sally, can collectively people help a situation? Somebody's going through something and there's 5 or 10 people in the room. Can that collectively combination help an individual?
100% yes, Freddie. From what I know and everything that I understand, collectively, people say the power of prayer. I don't often bring this topic up, but collectively, it makes a difference. We often hear of miracles. It's because a lot of people are coming together. It's very important that we're all on the same page and we go for the same thing. If there's somebody, say, in a room and there's like 6 people are wanting it to happen and there's one person that may not, I'm just talking hypothetically, it may still go the other way. But if you can all come with whatever it is and you concentrate on prayer or meditation, whatever you feel correct, you feel good with, do it. The power is greater. Now, it doesn't mean we can't do it on our own. Of course we can. But it just helps that vibrational energy.
Sally, I have a question. What is the reason, when you dream and you never can see the faces a lot of the time? There are always people, and I know you know the people, but you can never know exactly who they are a lot of the times.
Well, from what I'm hearing, and it's just from what I'm hearing, Sandy, as long as you know who it is, it's hard, as far as I can hear, on the other side for them to materialize exactly how they were in this particular life. But So if they're talking to you in your dreams, which they are, as long as you recognize who it is, it's not so important what they look like. Many people say, well, they look 20, 30 years younger than when they were here. It's not important, the appearance, because we've had many lives, from what I believe. You know, I believe very strongly in that. So as long as you know who it is, don't worry too much about who they look like.
I
It's
can't see the face. I don't know who it is a lot of
Oh,
times.
I thought you said that you sometimes can. Okay,
No, I mean, not all the time, no.
okay. Well, but then, okay, you know what to do, but it's a dream. But when you wake up, ask yourself, who was that? And very often you might get the answer who it was that was talking to you. It's a feeling. You'll have a feeling. It's like a telepathy. You'll have a feeling. I don't actually see people. I hear them through telepathy. I can say this lady has curly hair or it's dark, but I don't usually see the face actually. But I feel who it is. I can get the
I
name.
can't remember my dreams, and I want to. And I remember there was a time when I was doing the cards that I used to ask to let me remember my dreams, and I could write them down. But for some reason, a lot of them I can't remember now.
Okay, this is what I did many years ago when I was getting lucid dreams, I believe they call it today. I wrote down the moment I woke up, and I'm not a great writer, but I had a piece of paper and a pen there right now, and I would write down, because it's more vivid when you first wake up. So write down whatever it is, or even a name. You may forget it, but at least you've got something on paper. You are getting a lot of messages, by the way, in your dreams. I need to tell you that too. You are. So if you don't remember them at all, it's okay, but they're aware of that. They'll come back to you.
Okay, that sounds good.
Do you find that Bella sometimes, your dog, I just want to bring this up. I feel that she's talking to me right now. She's aware of this, okay? Does she jump on your bed sometimes?
She sleeps with me.
Okay, she's very aware. And if it's something that you're dreaming and that you're meant to remember, I have no idea if this is her telling me this or not. She's going to just pet you, do something that will wake you up at that particular time. She's aware of what you're dreaming. And
Well, I did mention to you one time, last time I was here, that she has nightmares, and you said that most of it was from me, but she has nightmares, and she has the same one all the time. And she
Okay.
has sometimes 4 a night, the same one.
okay,
The same
I don't
action.
always remember what, as you know, I
You
don't.
said she was thinking about me from another life or something.
Okay, all right, so then I'm going to say the same thing to you. It's no different from what I told you on another show. I don't always remember, as you know. I have to go back into the recording. But she's very aware of what you're dreaming. Basically, that's what you're telling me too, right? That I said before. Okay, so that's more validation that she's very aware. She's here to help you. She helps you, and you know that.
Oh, God, yeah.
That's your dog. For people that don't know, Bella is your dog.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. We'll be back in a minute or two. Okay, I'll see you shortly. Don't leave, don't go anywhere. Stay and tune in. I'll be right here. Thank you. This world, this life, this illusion. What is going on, we ask? What is happening? Why not take time and see what is happening? This world as we know it, it seems so real, and yet so far away from where we've come. Corruption, greed, anger, power, revenge. Please wake up. We can change what is around us. How, we may ask? Learn to go back to where we were. Then we will have the clues. Then we can change and go forward. Please take the time. Do not fall into the game which we have put upon ourselves. We can change. We can make a difference. We have the power, each and every one of us. Go in peace. Go with love. Go as one. Zena.
A true story, Call Me Zena is the telling of Sally Bernard. Born in London, England at the end of the Second World War, she came to the U.S. in 1979. A mother of 2 and grandmother of 4, she settled in Florida and worked in real estate. While going through a difficult time in her life, she was admitted into a hospital overnight in December of 2005. While settling back into her life, she began having vivid dreams and documenting them. By the 3rd dream, a lady gave her a message to draw. With no artistic background or interest in art or history, Sally listened to her dreams and grabbed paper and crayons. Today, she has over 150 pieces of inspiring art and poetry. This book follows her journey and interpretations of these messages. She describes in detail how she's able to astral project and who she has met along her travels, including her spirit guides. This book will show you how anything is possible with an open mind. These events have changed Sally's life's direction, and this book will show you how to change yours. Purchase Call Me Zena on Amazon today.
You have been watching Call Me Zena with your host, Sally Bernard. As an artist, author, and spiritual experiencer, know that you could always seek me out for resources. Visit artbysallybernard.com today. Now, back to the show. Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Please call in if you're listening with any question that you want. I'm going to give the number out. It's 888-994-4995. I'm here right now to answer your questions, and anybody also in the studio, which I'm opening up my questions to.
Sally, Frank wrote in, are we going to successfully produce your book?
Absolutely. I see a big yes right in front of me, Frank. Okay? We're not even going to doubt it. It's a big, big yes. Okay, I'm glad you called in with that question. Thank you for calling in.
And your cousin Linda is watching.
Okay, hi, Linda.
What do you think the steps are that you need to do to get your story told?
Okay, I need to keep positive about this whole thing. Okay, I have a story. It's not my ego. It's just I need to let my story be known. I've written a book. We've worked a year on it, and hopefully now we're going to get it edited and published. And Frank, if you're listening, I'm talking to you about this. It's a story that I want people to know. I'm not special, but what's happened to me in this lifetime, and Margaret, who's in the studio, has known me over 30 years, and she can attest to this. I changed completely one night. I had an experience, and I was just listening. Nothing's coincidental. I was listening to the intro that I was hearing in the commercial that I was just listening to. I did change basically overnight. And my story, I just want people to know what happened. I became an artist. I became very intuitive. I'm an empath. But I had gone many, many years in this lifetime, before understanding that. So I just want my story out before I go. I'm getting later on in my life right now for people to understand that anything, and my motto is anything is possible if we believe.
Yes, we've had some not strange, but...
Are you talking into your mic, Margaret? I'm sorry. I'm not bossing you, but it won't come
We've
through.
had quite a few incidents where something's happened and I've been surprised or shocked, and it's just a matter of fact with you.
Well, it's because it was your time to wake up a little bit. And just to give a little background between us, we've known each other 30-something years, correct? When this started with me, you were a little apprehensive, right? You said, I don't know. But today, because you've been around me and seen so much, and you've had the validation, I believe now that you are a true believer in this, right? And I'm happy because you're here to validate some of the things that happened between two of us. It's been incredible. It's been an incredible journey.
You know, we could be sitting in the house talking, and all of a sudden you would have something to tell me or ask me. And this has been, like I said, it's a growth period to what you are now.
Yes,
and
because
I am very happy and surprised, I'm very happy that you've come this far, because I used to say, why don't you sell your paintings? But that wasn't meaning to you as much as what you feel, I'm sure of.
Thank you, Margaret, for bringing that up, because it's not that I need pushing in this. It's just that sometimes, just like anybody else, I'm following my path, but it just isn't, let's say, going as fast as I want it to. But I feel now, and with what I'm doing, I feel that I'm actually, especially here at the Brooklyn Cafe, I feel like I'm getting somewhere at last, and I'm no spring chicken, as people know. But I want to do this before I pass on. We just pass on, we transition, but I'm not worried about that, but I want my story out there. It's very important to help other people.
Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret, for bringing that up.
Hi, Sally. I wanted to know if you could tell people the color of their auras.
That's one thing that I'm actually, I can do it, but I'm not aware that I can do it. I can answer any questions, but I'm always, when I give someone their aura or their spirit guide, as you know, their names, I know that I can do that. I can give the aura, but there's no validation. I can't get validated on that. I see something, a purplish color around you. I don't know if you've been told that before.
No, this is the first time I ever asked this question.
Okay, and it's the first time I actually answered it, actually. But yes, I can see something, but I don't know. Okay, I don't often say that, but my guides are telling me, okay, we'll go on to another subject.
Okay.
But please feel free to ask me anything, you know.
Oh, just this regular, what does Ishmael have to say for me?
Love that, because we got the name Ishmael. Okay, he's telling me that keep pursuing. You know, you're getting obstacles, as we all do, but what you're doing is right, it's correct for you, okay? And I know I say this, and I'm always positive. It sounds like I'm just trying to be positive. I'm not. It's very much for you to know that you are on the right track. You're going to get people, and I need to tell you this too, that are going to say, forget it, you know, don't do this. Go with your gut, and I say that before, and we've talked several times on this show, okay? You definitely follow your dream. Please follow your dream, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Sally, how can I better connect with the higher realms or receive divine guidance, or what my purpose is?
Just ask, Dawn. You're very capable of doing this. Just know, and this is what I do. I mean, they're here with me, and I hear. I go with my feeling. You can do this. So any question that you might have, and you can always call me too, you know that too, or text me. But just go with it. You can do this, okay? You will get. They're helping you. They're helping you. They never left you. But you are able to do this. You know that. So, what I always say, go with your gut. That's what I do. Just go with your first thought. It's the answer. When you start questioning it, then you're on the right track. Just go with what you hear.
So you know how you always say there are no coincidences? My son was in Morocco on his honeymoon, and it happened to be the day that commemorated Abraham and the sacrificial lamb. And my son's whole life, he had an issue with this biblical story, that Abraham would have sacrificed his son to God, had God not said, finally bring me the lamb. So of all the days of the year, he happens to be on his honeymoon in Morocco, and it's the holiest day of the year where they're paying homage to the sacrificial lamb, and they've slaughtered all these lambs and their skins and the burning of the skulls all over Morocco at the same time. I know there's no coincidence that he happened to be there. Why do you think this is?
Exactly what you said. There were no coincidences. He was asking a question. He was in the right place to understand this. As you're telling me this, I got freezing cold, okay? This is important to him, for him to understand that. You know, I don't talk religion or the Bible because I have my own views on that, but he believes this, and it's important for him to understand that, okay? But he got the validation he needed. He got it. He asked for it, although he might not have been even aware of it. I feel that whatever he felt or whatever he understood at that particular time was very important to him, Dawn. You need to talk to him a little bit about it, okay? Just say, well, what did you actually feel? Did you actually understand a little bit more? He needs to talk about it. He's not talking that much about it, but he needs to, because it was validation for him.
Do you feel this was connected to a past life?
Yes, absolutely. I was actually about to say that to you. Yes, it is connected to a past life in which you were in that past life. I can't tell you in what capacity, whether you're a mother, a sister, a daughter, I don't know. You were a female.
So there are no. So Ted had to go all the way to Morocco to learn a Bible lesson.
Well, yes, because that wasn't coincidental that he was there.
Right.
You know, I believe that. And it's not the time that we were together, and I can mention the Renaissance period. I believe actually it was either just before or just after that particular lifetime. I'm feeling it was more going back a little bit further than that.
I think so too. What messages do my spirit guides have for me today?
Okay, they're telling me to tell you to relax a little bit. Okay, and that's very important. Take time out for yourself, Dawn. You're doing a phenomenal job. Keep doing what you're doing. And I know you believe in this. Keep talking and doing not necessarily what we're talking about. You believe in what's happening in your future. It will come about. But take time for yourself too, please. That's important. They're telling me, please tell her to relax. Okay? Relax.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do I have anyone special that connects with me? In other
Your
words?
mic, Margaret. I can't hear you.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Is there anything? Now I forgot what I was going to say. That's another thing that's gone. Yes. Do I have anyone that you can say I'm connected with? Of
From
someone
the other
that's passed?
side or from in this lifetime here now?
Either. I just need to know because I do get a lot of voices.
Okay. And we haven't, just to clarify this, we haven't talked that much about it.
no.
But I feel that I need to tell you that you are getting messages. But what's happening, Margaret, over the years that we have been together and discussed this, you're becoming very aware of what's going on right now. So because you're aware, they're able to communicate. They have been communicating, but they're more able to communicate with you now. I know that you had a lot of fear in the beginning, and hopefully that's all left you. Okay, just go and feel. You'll have dreams. You will wake up. You're seeing certain things, and the flowers are very important for you. They're showing you flowers just to show you they're around because you love gardening. And Al, your husband that passed, he's with you and he's showing you flowers, okay? He is showing you flowers, all right? Just know that they're around you, okay? Don't get depressed. Please be
No.
happy.
No.
That's what they're saying. Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
Hi, Sally.
Hi, hi.
I was just wondering if you would know if I had any past lives.
Okay, in answer to the question, yes, you have had past lives. The
Okay.
fact that you're even asking me that question. Most people that are here on Earth have had previous lives. We do have newcomers here, but I'm wanting to tell you that you've had many past lives. You're opening up to it a little bit. You don't have to know them all. You don't have to know any of them. But just be aware that you have been here many, many times, okay? I can't tell you offhand how many, but you're not new to this world. We have, without going into more detail, there are other planets that we've been on, and again, I don't expect everybody listening to even understand that, but what I'm aware of, yes, you're not new on Earth, okay? You have been on Earth many times.
Okay,
But
cool.
just let that go where it is right now, and
Yeah.
you'll understand more, and I'm here to answer your questions.
Yeah, and could there be past lives of like humans, or can there be like past lives of animals as well?
Okay, I feel that your lives, yes, many people ask this. I had my guide materialized himself here, and he told me, and the only thing that I differ, and if he's here right now to correct me, is I believe when you're human, you're human. However, I have also heard, and I'm beginning to understand a little bit more, that we have been animals that we turn into humans. But I really can't answer too much because my feelings are very strong that we're human and we're always human. But he
Okay.
disagreed with me on that
That's
too.
cool. Thank you.
Hi, Sally.
Hi.
When I cleanse a spot, like spiritually cleanse a spot, I get jumps and jitters when I'm done. So what is that?
It means it's working.
Yeah.
Okay? It's something with inside of you, and when you feel that, it's escaping.
Yeah.
Good or bad. It can be good too. But if it's good, follow, because you're doing a clearing. You're absolutely doing a clearing, and it's good that you're aware of that.
Yeah, because the other day
Do you jump a little bit? You feel like
Yeah,
you're
I
jumping?
jump.
Okay. Yeah,
my hair
that
stand up.
perfect. I mean, I know it might be a little bit inconvenient, but it's good that that's happening because it's working.
I mean, even if you don't clean anything, it's just like randomly you get these.
Yeah, jumps.
Yes, it's a jump. You know what? I noticed that too. You know, you might be falling asleep sometimes and you're suddenly, especially in front of a TV, suddenly you'll jump. It's
I
clearing.
heard that when that happens, that's a ghost that walked by you.
It could be, but it's a clearing for yourself too. I've never been asked this, and I'm not even aware that I knew this because it happens to me, but they're telling me too. It's something, you could be watching television and for a second you might just fall asleep. It's you're relating to whatever may be on the television and you're clearing that. So that jump is important actually.
Okay.
I don't know because it happens to me, but I never looked at it that way.
Hi, Sally.
Hi Josh.
Instead of asking something about me, I wanted to ask something about you.
About me?
Yeah, about
Okay.
you. Just where did you get your inspiration for all your art, and what flows through you while you're doing it?
I thank you for that question because I don't often talk about myself,
Yeah.
but I'm in a trance just like I am now, but you wouldn't be aware. My phone can go and I can still talk. But my inspiration was right in the very beginning when I had Aldo, my guide, who was with me in this world. He would let me go and he would watch me or listen to me just painting and come in the room and leave. I would sometimes go for 10, 12 hours a day. My inspiration was that I was being led to do this. I was doing things drawing from previous lifetimes. I wasn't aware, but it was very important for me actually to validate myself. I didn't know that, and I'm answering this probably for the first time. But I had to open up myself and be aware that what was happening was real to me. So I couldn't stop painting. And I was remembering previous lifetimes. That's what happened in the very beginning, actually. I'm drawing things from previous lifetimes.
And then going to these trans that you're talking about, because I think I kind of know what you're talking about. I'll get in this flow or rhythm. Say I'm playing guitar, drums, or even driving. I'll get into my head, and I'll get into this daydreaming circular process. And then a couple minutes later, I'll realize that, oh, I'm still playing drums or I'm still driving the car, and my body in motion is still active while my mind's on something else.
Okay, first of all, before I say anything to you, be careful while you're driving.
Yeah,
okay?
I know.
Because that happened to me too. I mean, I would hear these things and I'm driving. Try to bring yourself back because it's not the best thing to happen while you're driving.
Yeah.
But it is happening to you. You're getting remembrances from other lifetimes, Josh. You are an advanced soul, okay? Ooh. You're here to learn. You got this a lot younger than I was when it came to me. But you understand that. You're here on a mission, and you're here to help people. However, follow your dream too, because whatever you're doing is very important for you to continue with your message too. But again, they're telling me, not while you're driving, okay?
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Sally, did I know Josh in a past life?
Absolutely, 100%. I am getting goosebumps.
Me too.
100% yes, absolutely.
My head is on fire right now.
Look at me.
Yeah.
My hair is all standing up. Yes, and you've discussed, which I realize now, yes, you both knew each other. This is not coincidence that you guys are sitting together right now.
That's why we're
and that
so advanced, so
talking about
young.
it.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
So whatever you've discussed is real, okay? Keep talking about it because it's a lot of fun, okay?
Yes,
Ah.
I had a feeling I was
Sally, we travel with the same souls all our lives, right? I mean, they're always the same people, whoever they are, they're in all our lives, right? So, like, my daughter had been my mother one time, because I've had dreams about things like that where, you know, I was treated not the same, and then, you know, somehow, maybe now I'm reacting unconsciously toward her a certain way.
Yeah, we're working out karma between us. It's like we just play different characters. We normally always stay with the same group of people. We also add to that group of people, but we come to, and a lot of the people have not necessarily materialized in this world, but maybe in our next lifetime. But yes, I felt very much that my daughter, who passed a year ago, was my mother in a previous life, and we had a lot to work out, okay? So I definitely feel that.
What
We
about
also
a guy?
changed sexes,
Could you have
too.
been a guy in another life, too?
Yeah, I was just going to say, and I knew you were going to come. We changed sexes, but we have a prominent life. I mean, we could be more female or we could be more male, but we definitely change, you know, it's just what we decide before we come back in. We just play many, many characters, as I call them. Yes.
And when we dream, we do astral project, because when you jump like that, your body's coming back into your body. Because
Yes.
I had that happen to me. I'm not aware of doing it, but I remember like jumping, and it's like, or going, you know, out of a dream.
Actually, it's not that I'm a great authority on this, but I did travel and astral project many, many times. On my first journey, so to speak, of my dream of astral projecting, I didn't know so I thought I didn't know very much about it. I came back and hit the wall, and I jumped. And I told my guide, and he said to me, yes, that happens because you jerk sometimes when you come back into your body. However, you can stop that if it's still happening. Just say when you fall asleep, if I'm projecting tonight, I do not want to jump, and you can stop it. I never had another jump after that in my body.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of scary.
I don't have a question. This is kind of it's kind of a theory I have. I just want you to listen and tell me your thoughts on
Okay.
it, because I know Frank A. Raffaello, our author, he's been talking about how maybe we've had a civilization on Mars before as human beings, and Mars is our actual home planet. So what do you think, that the Earth doesn't really belong to us? It only belongs to the animals and the trees, and we're coming here just to destroy this planet as well as we did to Mars?
Okay, I can talk a lot about this because, as you know by now, most people know, and I'm not keeping a streak, but I have been abducted many times.
Yeah.
Earth Gaia is a living entity. It just shows itself differently. We are we are from different planets. Many people are from Mars. Many people are from other planets too, where there is sometimes more advanced way of living, advanced souls. We choose the planets that we come in. Earth is on a course for destruction. And I hate to say that because my whole theory on this is to be very positive. Just to put this in the right perspective, Earth has had enough of all this that's going on. Can we save Earth? Absolutely, yes. And we were talking a little bit, I believe Dawn asked the question, or Freddie, about us all coming together. We have to follow this. It's okay, it's all right. We have to all communicate with each other and bring it about that we can save this planet. This is not coincidental that a lot of us are waking up at this particular time, because we are from I don't know too much about Mars being our particular home planet, because I believe, and it's not to say that Frank is wrong, because I believe everything he says too, is that we are from different planets. I was from another planet, which I found out, but I have been on Earth many, many times. We need to understand this. We need to change this planet a little bit by our vibrational energy. We don't have to, we know we're in trouble. Look at that, how it's heating up.
So,
we can stop this though.
So you think more people are starting to be more spiritually awakened just because that doomsday clock has started ticking already?
I'm getting goosebumps. Absolutely, yes. That's why, people might be listening to my show and say, oh, what is she talking about? That's all right. But I'm putting the vibrational energy there right now. I believe a lot of people who have come to this planet at this particular time are here for that reason. Let's wake up. Let's know that there's more. Let's try and save our planet. On the positive side, we can do this. On the part that we could be destructing our planet, where it's in danger, we still, to be positive about this, we'll always have a home somewhere. But we've worked so hard with Earth. Let's continue working with it, okay?
I don't think it's going to happen, ever.
Well, it's a great learning place,
Scary,
okay? To come here to Earth, a lot of us are old souls that have keep coming back. It's a good place to learn. We don't want to necessarily, if we have a lot to learn, go to a planet that's all just everything is, it sounds great that everything is going correctly. We're not going to necessarily learn from that. But let's keep this planet alive. Let's try anyway, please.
We're a minority. That's the whole
We
thing,
are, and we're an
unfortunately.
experiment too, just to what I've been told too. There are many, many other planets watching us here to see how we're handling this. Let's prove them wrong. We can do this, I think. I can't promise that, but
I know, I like that because there's definitely a thought on Earth, or the protection of it from this generation gap between the older generation and our younger generation. There's definitely a fight for different causes.
Well, right now, again, to be positive about this, a lot of the younger generation, including yourself, are coming in and are waking up very fast.
Yep.
Because we've come in, and it's bringing tears to my eyes because I am older, but I understand this, to wake up this planet. So your purpose, and it's so important, the fact that you guys are here listening to my show to wake other people up. You've come in, both of you, okay, to save this for what you're able to do. Teach, show people whatever you need to do, show them what's happening here, because you've come in for this reason. Yes, your life can take you on a different course, but basically, and you'll know it, as you two do know this, you've come in to save this planet. I don't know what's going to happen, but at least try to educate people on this. It's very, very important. And I'm speaking directly to both of you, okay? I don't know if you're about the same age, but you both came in with this purpose. Yeah, I love that high five, okay? Okay, that's important. Okay, I think we still have a little bit of time. Any more questions?
What about all the people that come in like from other countries? They're not. A lot of them aren't concerned about us. I see like a lot of bags and garbage around and stuff like that. I think a lot of people from different that don't live in the United States don't care, and that's what makes it so hard sometimes.
Yes, because we're always going to have obstacles in our way, but anybody that comes into this country, although they may have to leave or whatever, nothing is wasted with what we do. We just got to be aware of what we're doing. So I always, from a child, I'm from England, but I always wanted to come to America. I came here and I had a great sense of belonging here. Whether I was in my last lifetime in America, I don't know. I really haven't gone into that. I've gone into more of further back. But I had a belonging here. And that happens not just to me, but we're aware of it. So anyone trying to enter, I don't want to get into politics because that's not my thing. You know, there's reasons. Whether are they sent away? That's a reason too, okay? Nothing is coincidence. We need to understand that. But of course, we get wrapped up in life and we forget that some of these things, especially what I'm talking about, you know, we say, oh, leave me alone with it.
Sally, how do I find out what my true calling is?
Talk to me.
Okay, what is my true calling?
Your calling
my
is what
soul's
you're
purpose?
doing, Dawn, is to pass the message on with what you're doing. You're doing everything right. You know, there are times when you say, oh, well, am I doing it? But follow what is in your psyche, okay? Follow it. Even if sometimes you say, what am I doing all this for? You're doing it for a reason because you're very, very in touch with what you're doing. I feel that we have a connection, and you know that. We've discussed that. So your calling is to continue what you're doing, but it's going to, okay, I'm getting here that it's going to change a little bit. You're going to say, but I'm getting off track by doing something. It's still in broadcasting, but it's going to be a little different to what you've been doing, but follow that. You are definitely here to talk to a mass of people, which broadcasting is doing, okay? So you're on the right journey. Does that make sense at all to you? Maybe not now, but it will.
Yes. My guys are showing me a woman with dark hair having a cup of coffee at a table next to you. Does that make any sense to you?
Okay, she's got dark hair? Mm-hmm. Is she, well, of course, they show themselves younger. Mm-hmm. Okay, but I'm feeling that this could be, my first instinct is to say my stepmother is sitting here. Her name is Trudy. She passed the same time as my daughter passed. Her hair was dark at one time. I feel that she's having a conversation with me and she's telling me what to tell you. Okay. Of course, it could be on your side. I'm not 100% certain. Ask me another question.
I think it's on your side because she's sitting on your left side.
Yes.
And she's having this conversation with you over a cup of coffee.
Okay, I believe it's my stepmother because as we all do, we change the color of our hair. But her hair, as far as I know, was dark at one point. So she's showing herself to me. She's telling me, actually it's to do with something that I'm telling you. She's telling me to tell you this. that she feels somehow, although you never met her, Dawn, but we are connected somewhere. And I feel that this entity, and I have a feeling it's my stepmother, has been with you in other lifetimes because she was with both of us. So she's telling me to tell you that you are definitely pursuing what you're meant to be doing, which is broadcasting to a mass of people. And it's here, obviously we're here you have the opportunity to do it, but your thinking is going to change slightly from what you're doing. It's going to be more of a spiritual meaning to people, because you do, and we've talked about this, that you do understand this, Dawn, and it's important that you present your point of view of things that are happening, just like you just now saw this lady. She's telling me, tell people you're seeing them. It's okay. Does that make sense?
Yes, 'cause I don't tell people I see.
It's good. There's nothing wrong with what we're doing. It's important. Just as I was telling them over here, both of you guys, it's the younger generation too. We're here to save this planet right now, actually, to wake up. It's important.
What do you do if you know somebody that sees numbers?
Listen to them. They are seeing numbers. Mine started with the numbers 1111, which was an awakening. I didn't know that, but I pursued it because I kept seeing it. It means that they're becoming more and more aware. To mention my husband, Steve, actually, he's getting far more things happen to him that he's becoming very aware of, and it started also with 1111.
Yeah, my girlfriend sees numbers a lot.
It's important. You see that because then you're saying, well, why is this happening? And you're looking beyond what we're seeing here. You're seeing more, because if it continues to happen, it wakes you up a little bit to what's happening.
So was I meant to be with her because she sees numbers?
No, not necessarily. I'm not saying you shouldn't be with her, but that's not the reason. You may be here to help her, but it's a mutual interest that you have, and pursue that. Because I think that you're meant to be, you're with her right now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and you are in the correct relationship as far as I feel. I can't tell you the future because maybe it's not for you to know right now, actually. Yeah. But you're in the right place at the right time. That's what they're telling me to tell you.
Okay, thank you.
And it's after 3:30.
And if, Sally, people want to reach you, they can email you at callmezena1111@gmail.com. You can find you here every Tuesday at 2:30 right here in the studio, or you can call in at 888-994-4995, Studio A. Do you have any other last message for the collective universe or for the people?
Just be open to your dreams, to your feelings. Leave yourself open. Good things will happen. We all can do what I'm doing. It may not be as clear because I've been doing this for a long time now, but just know that there is so much more than just what's happening here. And I'm going to say it one more time. Please, let's help save this planet before it's too late. I'm not saying anything's going to happen, but just stop it from happening if we can. Okay? Thank you very much. See you this time next week. Coincidence or not, it's time to trust your intuition and knowings. Thank you for joining me through this journey of self-discovery and awakening with the help of my spirit guides. I'm Sally Bernard, and you can find my book, artwork, and contact through artbysallybernard.com. Join us next week. This has been Call Me Zena.